Most people in America are familiar with the possibility of a world war. The question we have is, how will the world war begin, and who will be the ones beginning the war? My theory, and I call it a theory, is that mix of fear and theory. And that theory comes from the Lord. You see, the Lord Most High has the right to speak to who He chooses to speak to when people submit themselves in faith, love, and worship to the God in the sky. But there is that truth that we have people who, like Bashar, who can channel an alien entity to prepare us, in theory, for what's coming. The film Riddick makes us very unnerved as a community because what we see in Riddick might actually be a celebration and an elation for some Indian who helped to plan that invasion. You see, Indians might have submitted themselves to the aliens a long time ago. Other countries might be losing people to the skies, but are they being collected for the right reasons, or are they being collected to make more of an alien race that can travel all over the world? Or are people just taking themselves out of their lives and they're being discarded in the ocean in Japan? I don't know. I know that earthquakes are hitting my family's nation, and that makes me sad. I know that their nuclear reactors polluted the ocean, and that makes me really mad. But what I know is that we are still novice when it comes to space travel, or so American governments elude. But it is very possible that the military worked for a long time with the aliens, and that is openly not rude. We are a society that is very advanced in technology, and yet we are also back asswards in the faith we used to have in God. Because the people's belief is that God in the heavens would never make an alien race, but maybe that's not true. It sort of reminds me of the Escher painting. I think it was called The Chair or The Stairs, but I don't remember exactly the title. But what you saw was that there were worlds within something as simple as a physical object like the chair. In other words, there was allegedly these microscopic kind of places. It's kind of like what you saw a lot in Lord of the Rings, where in different types of the earth, in different places, there was life. We always get those television shows, In Search of Sasquatch, In Search of Bigfoot. And then, of course, I think we had a funny kids film that actually exposed him. And I can't remember the film, but I can just remember the smiling, ape-like creature that played him. We've also had King Kong that was disgusting, immoral, and completely out of control. But it is true that there could be things that large in some undiscovered portion of the jungle, especially if there's no one there, no hunters there, no people there to stop the growth of something. We absolutely have seen these horrible films like with Jennifer Aniston and other people who have been hunted through the forest by things larger than they expected, but we don't need to scare the shit out of people with, snakes on a plane. But we do have immoral people that do not regard God's plans. And the disregard for God's plans is often what religious right people tout about people who are different in what we call their preferences or their electives or their lifestyles. You see, most people accept Ellen DeGeneres on television because she is a reasonable talk show host. She does have that Ed Sullivan theater approach, and openly, most of the time, she's not obnoxious with her stupid, ridiculous, immature, embarrassing jokes.